God. I went on for a long time about that just now.
No, you didn't.
First of all, I'd like to start off by...
That's a minute.
by thanking technology for the opportunity to make this and to do this and to put this up somewhere where someone can see it.
You're thanking technology. I'd like to thank technology, my parents, the Academy, most importantly technology, though, for making this all possible. We talked about this, right? Okay, first off, before I do this, like everyone was doing it yesterday, Waukesha, or Waukesha, because everyone was like, "You're doing the middle part wrong." Waukesha. That the pronunciation. So many people in chat were correcting me in real time. I want to get this out in the open. Don't know. Same. All right. Well, let's come on. I'm a want-to-be journalist, full-time comedian. So let's see.
Them out. Waukesha, you know, the reason for the...
Waukesha. Okay.
And Waukesha ended up dropping out.
Waukesha. That one sounds easy enough, right? Waukesha. I lived in Milwaukee for a year. Waukesha. There you go. Finally got it right. Let's talk about the Waukesha conspiracy theory. Let's see. The fact you don't know, this is really telling. Honestly shows a lack of good journalism and salient critique at the Serfs TV. Well, you'll be happy to learn one thing. I'm not a journalist. Unlike the quartering. I myself am not a journalist. This is an opinion piece. But I'm doing my best in real time, and I am someone who does course correct, so as I learn facts as they come in, I will siphon them and turn them effectively into feces for you. That's what we do here. So this is my best. Oh, and based and what? Based on what, Lunette? Based on what? Ah, god damn it. Next time. I know I'm not a journalist, but soon. Speaking of journalism, yesterday I spoke to a real journalist from the Daily Beast who told us about the conspiracy theory surrounding this entire event. Part of this conspiracy theory is that the attacker, because we have conservatives in the chat again this time, and apparently they think I am in any way, shape, or form defending this individual, the horrifying actions of someone who committed a completely abysmal, tragic, disgusting act of violence that murdered many people, and it is thoroughly disgusting. I am disgusted and condemn it. I hope now that that's out of the way, we can move forward as adults talking about this. Was in somehow racially motivated, and that's something that right now the internet, let's just say the right, is trying very hard to spin. I figured that would be a good time as any for them to bring in Jack Posobiec. Posobiec? Should we look up? No. Posobiec doesn't deserve Posobiec. I'm just gonna go with Seaman. He's a white nationalist. And if you want evidence of that, you have but to use Google Images, and you'll see how many times he's been throwing up a whole bunch of, not even really dog whistles, the 1488 stuff, and the, I don't know. Anyways, a pretty avowed alt-writer, and now has somehow, much like Lauren Southern, done that very careful, oh no, those were just the memes, was doing a lot of stuff for the memes, was kind of just skirting the line, if you will. But now I'm actually supposed to be a credible news source. And so, yeah, Jack Posobiec. Oh, Piss Break? Was that it? Piss? That sounds close. I don't know. Anyways, seems like the person to bring on to talk about whether this was a terror attack. So I wanted to listen to a little bit of it.
You're talking about all this other stuff.
Which Transformer is the red SUV?
The Ford Escape Transformer. It's not Optimus Prime, is it? No.
No, he's a tractor trailer or something.
Yeah, tractor trailer. Yeah, so it couldn't be Optimus Prime.
What'd you say it was Megatron?
It was probably
Megatron did it.
Obviously a Decepticon.
Yeah, the media saying an SUV did it.
Oh.
Isn't it amazing how they do that?
Passive voice, nothing like it.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to cover all this up, so.
I think what's going on is very clear. Like, this is a disinformation campaign. This was something that had been started very early, and that's the way all good disinformation campaigns start. You get the lie out as fast as possible. Who was the source? Who was the source from the local police that went to the national media and said that he was fleeing from a knife fight? Ask that question, and you get your answer.
He was sealed in his car. I don't know. It was if the guy with the knife wasn't in his car with him attacking him.
Well, we'll talk about this
He
because
escaped.
there's
Moonlord.
now been investigations that have gone through, real-time investigations. People, Anons are actually going and driving the route right by themselves and then timing it up with the police scanner video, with the police scanner audio. And
Oh, whoa, what's this? White supremacist Jack Pissbreak caught cheating on wife on Bumble. What?
Honestly, I didn't really know what was going on. And honestly, I didn't really know what was going on.
Oh, touring news. Thank you for the rating party of 27. Appreciate that. Hello, Lance. Hashtag Landback. Fuck yes. Did you bring Landback Warriors into my chat? I am ever so happy. Can everyone go to twitch.tv/touring news? Very good to see you. If you want our coverage of the Wasutan crisis, click on the VOD. Scroll backwards. We did it a little while ago. We've now moved on to, unfortunately, this P-man. This human piss man, this man of piss, white nationalist Jack Posobiec, soon to be Twitch streamer, besties with Destiny and Lauren Southern, so we'll see how that goes. But in the interim, this piss of a man is someone who's apparently helping to spread the Waukesha conspiracy theory. Keep having a great stream, Lance and Chatters. Thank you, Touring News. And everyone, go check out Touring News' channel. He's basically lefty Twitch Jesus is the best way I could describe it.
Somebody was saying that there's this account on some kind of app called Bumble. Don't even know what that is. So, my pregnant wife is sitting here having to deal with this. People claiming horrible things about her husband, horrible things about us. She knows the truth. I know the truth because people don't understand what it's like to have an actual healthy relationship because people on the left have these nightmare relationships that they're constantly talking about. I have got no need to use any kind of these apps because my wife is never going to leave me. My wife is never going to leave. My wife is never going to leave. Bumble, don't even know what that is. My wife is never going to leave. I have got no need to use any kind of these apps. Busted. Bumble.
Bye-bye. Wave goodbye. What a mess.
That's Vic Berger. If you don't know Vic Berger, go check out Vic Berger.
and the videos that came out from on the scene to determine the speed of this thing. So
We'll get into all this stuff too.
I think we know the truth now.
Yeah, we got Ian.
Well,
He's
what's
here.
up, everybody? Good to see you. Ian Crossland, happy to be here. IanCrossland.net. Get some.
I am also here in the corner pushing.
Whoa, what? IanCrossland.net? Whoa. Whoa, there's a lot of things going on here. There's merch, free the code mugs, obviously the Timcast stuff, mines. Oh, you've got your own Twitch stream, 2.5K, not bad. The YouTube, the Ian Crossland YouTube is just, it's a gold mine of amazing things. Are you still uploading? You're still uploading. And you're uploading, like, very important stuff. This is where the Moonlord name came from. Like, if you haven't done the Ian, like, the Moonlord deep dive, fuck, I almost want to do that more than I want to listen to Jack Posobiec.
We're in a world where we have unlimited copy potential for digital art. So we should forge our economy like that. I'm very libertarian about economics. I don't want the government deciding that I have to pay for something. Like I asked somebody the question, who? They're like, you have to pay me for my art. You have to pay me for that. And I said, who? Who says that I have to pay you for that? The government. It comes down to the government. And I'm very...
What about the artist? Are you talking about the taxes that you have to pay in addition to buying the art? Okay, well then you can make an argument the government is taxing you, big old government. But in terms of an artist selling you a piece of art, like, you're paying the artist for that.
Very libertarian about that kind of thing. I don't want the government messing with my economics. I appreciate socialism in economics with government when it comes to breaking up monopolies. We need to use the socialism for that, but I'm very...
What do you think? Do you think socialism is a spice? You're like, well, I mean, these monopolies are too big. If we sprinkle a little socialism on there, that's what socialism does. It'll break up the monopolies. That's good. But then little too much socialism, and you'll get overseasoned. So you don't want that part. So that's where we bring a little bit more of that ANCAP. You know, get a little of that in there, and then we'll get just the right flavor.
Libertarian, very anti-socialism. I don't like dictating what can and can't be and what has to be. And the reality is you can make infinite prints of digital copies and people can download them at will, essentially. Through the right channels if it's online. Reality. So we need a cryptocurrency. I think everyone should have their own cryptocurrency where you can tag your art to other people, to you, and all art you created. And then if someone buys it from you, gets a copy of it from you, you can get some of their cryptocurrency, or if they sell.
Okay, first off, if every human being had their own cryptocurrency, if there was in effect 8 billion different cryptocurrencies, where does any value come from, Moonlord? How, like, I no one is going to pour money into some rando. Oh, Ian Crossland's cryptocurrency. Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah, let's put $100 into that one. And then I don't understand. Like, do you understand how NFTs or blockchain works? It's not as if like there's this interconnected system of everyone's cryptocurrencies, and then if you buy one of these, it's going to flow through these pipelines magically to that person's own individual cryptocurrency. At which point they can then use that to go forward and get paid for their work a bit, I guess. Paul Leary, thank you for the 11 months. The message is, oh my.
Your art, they have to give you cryptocurrency of theirs. And that way their value will increase. And ideally and technically then so will their cryptocurrency.
No, they're both worthless. Lance cryptocurrency is worthless. So is Moonlord cryptocurrency. If we trade two worthless, like, think of it like this, okay? If I take a random piece of paper and then I call this a Lance dollar and then I give it to you, what is it worth? Whatever value you assign to it. I mean, you can try and sell that Lance dollar to someone else, but there's no inherent value to this outside of the fact that you may find it valuable, but that's it. So if I give you a Lance dollar and you give me a Moon dollar and then we exchange hands, we're not actually exchanging things of any value outside of whatever we want to assign to it.
Maybe that's how you invest in other people selling your art. Worst case scenario that it's going to keep happening, which, you know, I don't like the thought police going around and being like, hey, it's one thing if they rob you of your right to reason and live, but selling from a pool of infinite copies is like, let everybody sell one. Like if you can sell one to everybody, then you win. So
Moonlord obviously I think doesn't like the idea of what NFTs actually stand for, but he can't express that because a large part of his followers now and audience. I mean, he's got a very strange combination of ideals and beliefs, right? But he can't combine that theory with the fact that his audience probably is very pro NFT. So he's now wrapped his head around this new concept where what if all of us had the ability to infinitely replicate media? Because he is for that. Clearly, you can tell. Like most people, he realizes that you can infinitely replicate media as long as you have storage and energy to be able to process that. So he's kind of like, well, I just don't like the idea of people only having access to one version of something. Why can't we have this wonderful world where everyone can have everything and you can have infinite amounts of files? But at the same time, since y'all like NFTs, I have to bring NFTs into this and just say that somehow, because we all have our own personal cryptocurrencies, then we're all going to interconnect our cryptocurrencies and somehow that'll all go down.
So, and like if 10 people sell one and you get 10% of each of those sales, then it's like you sold one, but you didn't do any work. And there's infinite copies. Keep that in mind. It's a different economy with unlimited supply. I don't think we had an unlimited supply system before. Very unique. Technically not unlimited, but approaching zero limit or infinite limit.
Approaching zero limit? We're close. We're approaching zero limit, everybody. A little more Moonlord lore, and then we can move on to something else. He's just too great, this one. Swearing. Let's learn about swearing.
Okay, this is gonna be a kind of a test for myself about getting passionate but not swearing, cussing, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it cussing. I used to call it cussing growing up. Because I don't know what the laws are. Are there laws? Is it preferences about like cussing online? Can you do it? I don't know. I would say yes, but not everywhere.
Moon baby,
And,
yeah.
Sucks to have your stuff censored. So I think you can be yourself without swearing. Totally. I think that you can, you know, we just speak like we were taught to speak. You know, you could express yourself in Arabic if you spoke Arabic and not English. So why can you not swear? Just because it's part of the English language doesn't mean you have to use it. And so I'm not going to.
I feel like this is the
It's never
N-word
what you
rant.
say, it's about how you say it. God, I went on for a long time about that just now.
No, you didn't.
First of all, I'd like to start off by
That's a minute.
by thanking technology for the opportunity to make this and to do this and to put this up somewhere where someone can see it.
You're thanking technology. I'd like to thank technology, my parents, the academy, most importantly technology though, for making this all possible.
Just in my apartment, these lovely paintings in the background, which I've noticed. This is actually a friend of mine named Tiffany Carter painted this thing. Nice work, Tiffany. It's pretty amazing. Our whole apartment has just got a bunch of paintings up on the walls. This is one of the benefits of living with a woman, is that they will decorate all the time. I never decorated my apartment before, and it's pretty sweet. And the greatest part is
Cool story,
my girlfriend
bro.
Amanda loves naked women. So she decorates with naked.
This was about swearing. We're almost done the sequence. Thanks, technology.
Women all over the place, or women implied naked women, like a woman covering her boobs and like looking to the side, and that to me is hot as hell. Like in the bathroom, you should see our downstairs bathroom. It's amazing. I go in and you know, you sit down on the toilet and just tons of naked women. Isn't that amazing? I never would have thought to do it because I would be afraid of what people might think, but you know, she didn't really care. Okay. That was fun. And I didn't cost it all.
Oh, I mean, it's got all the classic parts of you know, a mythology, a script, if you will. We've got the beginning, the middle, the end, the arc, which comes. There's the conflict is resolved. We get the hero's journey from the start to the finish. I would like to thank technology for not only convincing him to upload that, but also bringing it to our attention. So thank you, technology, for making that possible. Oh, wait, is this a separate channel? No, this is the same one, right? He was just really into the Phantom Toll Booth. I mean, I like the Phantom Toll Booth. Blessings to you, my third eye. Hey, and props, Ian. Oh, that is the second channel. So that's the newer one. Yeah, these are the old classics. The first 200 videos from Crossland channel. I mean, props. He became famous on thanks to Tim Pool, and he's left this all up. What do you want, chat? Openness, my extremity, politics, money in Los Angeles. Why am I doing this? Entertainment and its drawbacks. Mentos, Diet Coke, and human interaction. All natural things, obviously. Yeah. These are from 15 years ago. 15 years. My career, by the way, is about 2 years in terms of like being the Serfs. He's been doing this for 15 years as Ian Crossland. Yeah. What's the Phantom Toll Booth? The Phantom Toll Booth was an adorable cartoon. I think it was made in the 60s or 70s. I mean, obviously you probably won't like it now as an adult. I haven't even seen it as an adult. I can't vouch for it. Maybe it doesn't hold up. But it's one of those half animation, half real life where this kid gets a random gift at his house and opens it, and it's a toll booth. He's not popular. He's teased at school, so he wants escapism, and then that takes him into this marvelous cartoon land kind of thing. It's just odd that Moonlord made multiple videos about that. Can this be Moonlord? It's an amazing novel. Ah, see, I didn't even know it was a novel. That makes sense. I'll be honest. While I love chiptunes, I think that doesn't really speak Moonlord to me. It sounds too like Moonlord is a mix of chaos energy, with some insights, and occasionally like, oh, you seem like you're a really nice person, and then something deeply anti-Semitic afterwards. Oh. All right. Well, I've only heard one request, and that's for politics. We've already seen politics, so maybe. Why am I doing this? I need to know.
I'm thinking a lot about why I'm doing this stuff. These videos, these online videos. I don't know. I think I'm doing this because it feels good. It feels really good. It was freaky as hell when I first did it, and then the second time I did it was a little less scary, and now it's like there's nothing like it. There's not. I'm putting myself online to the display of.
Okay, hold on. I know my natural inclination is to laugh at a lot of this because a lot of it is ridiculous. But this is kind of neat. This one almost seems like an exploration into what actually happens to the psyche of someone who starts to become deeply online and starts to both interact online, but also contribute to the interactions online and give a piece of themselves away in the process. So maybe rather than just laugh at this immediately, we should think about some of the implications.
Essentially anyone in the world that wants to see it. Anyone that has access to a computer, access to the internet, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I'll tell you what it's doing, and this is what's happening to me. Ever since I started doing this, I'm not afraid of anyone, of any kind of communication. I mean, how can I be afraid? No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid because what's happening is I'm allowing myself to be judged, and I don't care. People, I don't feel uncomfortable by this. I don't feel uncomfortable. I love this shit. This is amazing. I'm not afraid to be myself in front of people.
Hell yeah.
I am. Everyone is, but I'm much less afraid than I ever was before. Now I'm going into these auditions. Like auditions are like the freakiest situations in the world, but I'm going in with this mentality of these people are just people. It's like going to a party. It's like.
So 15 years ago, when did YouTube first start? Like this would have been the early days, wouldn't it? YouTube, Wikipedia. Cyclo YouTube. No, not YouTube, the channel. I don't want Spotlight. 2005. Okay, so yeah, we're getting pretty fucking close to the early days. That was one thing, right? If you're looking at the history of the internet, YouTube did democratize the ability for people to kind of become visual entertainers and become recognized for it. Before that, it was just television, sometimes radio, you know. And then all of a sudden, people were just uploading themselves, saying whatever they wanted.
It's just talking. I mean, it's all the same thing. Every single time you open your mouth, it's the exact same thing. You never have to do it any different. You don't. You really, really don't. I didn't believe it. I wouldn't believe that if someone told me that a year ago, but I know it. I'm living it. There's no reason to create anything. Ever. It's a waste of time. It's too much effort. Makes you wonder if you're doing things right. There's no right way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. You just got to do it. We as people have only so much to offer, I think. We each have our own thing to offer society. And
true.
We got to do it. You got to give what you have. Give yourself. Show people. Why not? Nobody's going to run. People might say things.
I'm getting kind of like opposite recommendations here. At first it's like, why create anything? It's too much work. Don't do it. And then in almost the same breath and sentence, it's like, you should just go out there. Get out there and make things. And go out there and do it, you know? Just fucking do it.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's in their own mind. Everyone's got issues.
Yeah, big shit vibes.
Forget about everyone's issues. Worry about yourself. Don't even worry about yourself. Just be yourself. Talk to people. If they freak out, keep talking to them. Don't stop. Listen, ask them why they're freaking out. There's a reason for it, and it's not you. It's never us. It's always in their own minds. It's always in our own minds. When we get upset about something, it's always in our own mind. No one can make us angry. It's not
I want to make
magic.
fun of him, but he feels
People
so
can't
genuine
say
and so
something
dumb.
and make us angry. People.
I will 100% agree on the genuine. Like there are elements of this that just feel like completely wholesome, and it's very, very difficult to talk about them in a completely mocking tone. And then there's other ones that are just unbelievably like.
You have one guy or girl in the center, you're missing the point. The debate. Yeah, we have a Congress, but the president can veto. Jesus was railing against an empire. He was born hearing, you know, imagine if this was happening right now. 80 years ago, they had a democracy.
See, this was recorded at 4:30 in the morning.
There will be another ice age. There's always recurring themes of ice and warmth, you know. So when the weather gets into ice age, which we may be speeding up by creating carbon, just part of the natural process, things undulate time-wise. We can carve off huge chunks of glacier and fire it into orbit, and that will prevent flooding when it melts, but also we can fire it into the sun, and I believe feeding the sun hydrogen will extend its lifespan and keep it from expanding, because I think when it starts to run out of hydrogen, it expands, cools down a little.
He's talking about like shooting ice cubes into the sun to extend the life of the sun. Like the biggest energy source on the whole galaxy. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's a video. That was a hard day's work. Shoot ice cubes into the sun. Be kind. See, be kind, probably unbelievably genuine. Genuine. Probably unbelievably genuine. Because of fractal nature of reality, we are positively healing my throat. Don't worry about the future no more. Make a song about it later.
Seem to explain how to be. Relax. Don't you worry about the future. Relax. Everything God is right here on love. All you know right here. You worry about the future.
Hey, it's the guy at every bonfire. No shit. Oh man, every bonfire at every fucking beach, there's always one. It's either gonna be mid-song, mid-original song after doing a few covers to pull in people to listen, right? It's like, okay, now I just think we should all break for a little Krispy Kreme. That's an original track I made myself. It's either gonna be that, or it's gonna be like hacky sack being played like around the corner. It's like, oh sorry, y'all want to play a little bit of this hacky sack? Cool, bro. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm just gonna be doing a little Krispy Kreme with my feet, if you know what I'm saying. Knocking on some ball. Anyways, good to see ya. Aw. 8-4. I'll give you a thumbs up for that. Like I said, there's a little bit of wholesomeness to all of this. Okay, last one. I can't keep watching Moonlord.
Like, why can't I turn this thing around, you know? Well, I'd take 80 or 90 bucks for it. The new technology would have a built-in badass microphone, but it doesn't. If you get the HD Pro Webcam C920 Logitech, be in for a shitty mic. So I bought this Samsung. It's pretty good. But anyway, what if I turn it up here? I guess some cheap $30 mic. If I could just twist it.
Why did you upload this? So many of these uploads, I'm like, why? Why would you post this?
Sitting down anyway.
I'm so confused. Are you just breathing? Look. Healing my throat. Well, I guess it's at this time when I need to give a disclaimer that this is not, in fact, medical advice, and I'm not entirely sure that it's something you should be doing.
This will come down to who can deliver the lower propensity and mid propensity voters.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we will build a ladder to heaven to deliver you the daily news. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are your most humble of clownish jesters. To our lords, Trevor R. and Alexander Thaler, you have our undying fealty. To our knights of the round table, Nate, that one guy, Hagbird Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariana McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Ants Are Still Running the World, Coulter Smith, Tom Groh, Val 9000, Jenna Tal, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Riley and Anna, Omni, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojak, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We shall meet you in the tavern, and we raise a drink, and we salute you.